हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू अनदर फ्रेश एपिसोड ऑफ टेक विद TGMN। आप सभी टेक को पसंद करते हैं तो ये शो आप सभी के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेशल होता ही है हर बार, बिकॉज दिस इज दैट शो जहां पे हम बात करते हैं कुछ नया, कुछ यूनिक, कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग ढूंढते हुए फ्रॉम द फील्ड ऑफ टेक। एंड गाइज, लेट मी टेल यू, दिस वीक्स एपिसोड इट्स वेरी 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 स्पेशल बिकॉज वी गोना टॉक अबाउट समथिंग रियली क्लोज टू आवर हार्ट्स। जल्दी से आगे बढ़ते हैं और देखते हैं कि आखिर इस हफ्ते हम कौन सी नई टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में क्या नया डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। माय नेम इज गौरव AK टेक्निकल गुरुजी। जल्दी से आगे बढ़ते हैं, चलिए शुरू करते हैं। Guys, I'm sure all of you know how much invested we are in the field of tech. मतलब in the past हम हर बार कुछ एक नई टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बात करते हैं। We have made an episode about ISRO. We all celebrated the success of our own Chandrayaan 3. And now in this episode we are doing something special because I'm gonna take you straight to बेंगलुरु, जहां पे ISRO के हेडक्वार्टर्स हैं और वहां पे हम बात करने वाले हैं विद ISRO चेयरमैन S सोमनाथ सर। और काफी एक अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग इंटरेक्शन है। लेट्स गो टू बेंगलुरु एंड हियर व्हाट ही हैड टू से व्हेन वी आस्क्ड सम इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस अबाउट ISRO, अबाउट स्पेस एंड अबाउट हिज ओन पर्सनल लाइफ।
चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
सर, थैंक यू। इट्स एन ऑनर टू बी हियर बिकॉज हम सब ने लाइव देखा था चंद्रयान को लैंड होते हुए। आपसे बात करने का भी मौका मिला है। आई एम श्योर दिस इज डेफिनेटली द बेस्ट टाइम टू स्टार्ट। द मोमेंट आई केम इन हियर इस फैसिलिटी में सर, इट्स अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड ऑल टुगेदर। We saw Vikram sir ka statue. We have the entire legacy of ISRO right behind us, and it's an honor to talk to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming and for talking to us.
23rd of August. No one can forget this date, sir. How was your feeling?
See, I must admit you that I'm really fortunate. I was thinking like that. I was telling thanks to whoever made me to sit at that moment in that chair as a chairman of ISRO. The Chandrayaan program itself was a long drawn program in which Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3 were involved. Of course, my contribution specifically, of course, is the last phase of that mission where the certain decisions had to be taken to make this mission succeed, which I played my role. But of course, much of the engineering work has been done already by that time. And I made sure that whatever we need to do for that landing to happen is already done. I was relaxed at this moment. I know it's going to happen. Because all doubts were settled much before that. Possibly all of you were very anxious for that 20 minutes. I was not, because I knew prior to 120 minutes itself it's going to land. So there was no doubt about it.
That's the most savage answer. I think it's a sign of a topper, that all the hard work, all the preparation is already done. The night before the test is just for a deep sleep.
Precisely, yeah. We do always like that. See, if you have any doubt, I think we should not venture into it. But even after doing all of this, still there can be mistake, there can be errors, there can be failures, which you have to explain later. But we can only say within our minds we are done what is needed.
The Indian National Committee for Space Research started 1962. 15th of August 1969, we had ISRO.
Yes.
Just for a comparison, although there is no comparison, but in Pakistan, Suparco started 1961, a year before India started the space research program. But altogether, what makes ISRO special?
I believe it has to do with the legacy of leadership. It's very important for any organization from the early phase of the organization formation to certain maturity level you attain. You need to have great leaders. We were very fortunate to have been served by leaders like Sarabhai, Bhabha in the early part. Later by Sadish Dhawan. I think these three names are very important. Infrastructure, technology, knowledge, etc. are important. But more than that, for an organization like this, it is an inspiration element which is important. You must feel happy of doing things.
Sir, आपने inspiration जो word use किया है ना, I think right now India is inspiring everyone globally. In a like layman's term, if I were to ask you, we finally made it. We are the first country to reach the south region of moon. How big is it as a positioning globally, if I ask you?
See, going to moon, landing there, being the fourth nation in the world to do so, it's a great thing, no doubt about it, for a common person. So technologically, of course, I don't think that it is something that was unsurmountable by the scale of it. But even for them today to land, there is still a challenge. Let us not forget about the fact that it was also evidenced by the fact that Luna 25 had a crash landing just prior to us. There are people in India who are competent enough to imagine and do it. It is not a small thing. So, though electronics, engineering, propulsion, technology, material science, etc., are only ancillary elements that will make it.
Yes.
But if you do not have the manpower, the people who can dream about it, plan about it, the way to go there, all of these are secondary issues.
Sir, I think I should add, Indians can do it, and Indians can do it efficiently.
That, of course, has been proven many times by the cost efficiency, the overall expenditure that we are managing, the type of investment that we have created all around are one of the lowest in any compared to anybody.
2019 was the time Chandrayaan 2 was not able to land, and just in a short span of 4 years, in between COVID also came in.
Yeah.
So how did we turn from Chandrayaan 2 to Chandrayaan 3? And I mean, if I just ask that, how much of a man force is behind the development? I mean, how is the entire setup in place?
See, there are so many things. In the last 4 years, we had to sit almost an year to understand how it went wrong. So, series of reviews, simulations has to be done for first 1 year.
Yeah.
At the end, we have a certain understanding. Then we look at for the next 1 year, what all we can do now. We plan what all to be strengthened, where all additional changes have to happen. All this went through. And most of the recommendations to modify it were reviewed, debated, and we added additional redundancy, etc. So that planning went for 1 year. So 2 years over.
Yes.
Then next 2 years is making it, then testing it to an extent that we never ever did before.
Yes.
And when the vulnerability is revealed, then we have to strengthen it. So that went on for next 2 years.
Multiple tests.
Multiple tests. Then by the end of it, that we had the flight hardware. That's what we meant. So it was a very painful effort for the entire team of at least, I must say, thousands of people, not one or two. That you may not see all of them here, but they are spread across different centers.
Sir, I think India is a preferred nation right now for many countries to launch their satellites, considering how efficient we are.
The commercial launching of satellites in any country is driven by many other parameters other than cost alone. It's geopolitical. Let us understand. So when you look at launching satellites for commercial purpose, for whom you are launching? Then, or the rest of the world, okay, which includes Africa, the Latin America, the Southeast Asia, the Australia. I think there are hundreds of countries again. So you have to capture markets from these nations, which are only budding spacefaring nations. They are not the developed spacefaring nations.
They don't have their own setups.
So what India should do is, India should create a market for launches for satellites of these nations, so that there is a good market for them to come to India and launch. And this is what we are trying to do. Create a market for small satellite launch platforms, quick access to space launches, cost effective, competitive, so that India can become a preferred destination.
Well, guys, I'm really sorry to interrupt. I'm sure आपको इस conversation के अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आ रहा था. You know, you all were completely soaked in, but it's time for a small short break. I'll see you right after the break, जहाँ पे हम दोबारा journey continue करते हैं और ये जो conversation है सर के साथ में ये ऐसे ही बना रहेगा about ISRO. Okay, welcome back after the break to your favorite show about technology, Tech with TG. And guys, this week's episode काफी special है हमारे लिए because हम सीधा बेंगलुरु में जाके बात कर रहे थे एस सोमनाथ सर से, who is in fact the chairman of ISRO. So let's again go back to Bengaluru and see कि ये जो conversation है इसके अंदर आगे और क्या-क्या हमने interesting बातें की हैं.
So just a flat question. Do you believe in aliens?
Why should I believe, no? There is no need to believe or disbelieve.
Okay.
I can only ask a question, are there aliens or not?
Okay, so are there aliens?
There is no question of believing.
Are there aliens or not?
Okay, I will say yes.
Okay.
Because what you say alien? Alien is a life form which is different from yours. That's what you call alien now. See, they may be brilliant like you. They may be like ants, not having brilliance like. Even an ants in another planet is also an alien for you.
So any life form which is...
Any life form, a bacteria in some other another planet, an exosolar planet, could be an alien for you. So I will tell like this. My argument is that there is always aliens or other life form present in the universe, because Earth cannot be only one place where the life originated. It's simply not possible.
Maybe we are too lucky, sir.
No, it's not the question of luck. Is not that. It's a question of our ability to know. See, Earth is such a, you know what is Earth? Earth is a planet around Sun in a Milky Way galaxy, which is Sun is just one of the minute star of the entire galaxy where billions of stars are there. It's an insignificant star, Sun, and around that there is an insignificant planet called Earth, and there you are claiming yourself to be a very significant fellow, and you think that you are the only one here. But just imagine in this Milky Way galaxy itself, there are billions of stars, and most of the stars got planetary system, and many of the planets can have life. And we know today at least 5,000 such planets have been found out in Milky Way galaxy itself. And there could be many more lakhs of them, because our ability to detect them is still not grown to a level. You understand, our telescopes came only 100 years back, man.
Yes.
See, our ability to send a signal along our microwave came only just 100 years back. We are just becha today. Huh? So in another 400, 500 years later, we may have much better capability to communicate, to know. At that time, we may come to know about it. Only provided they are as brilliant as you, intelligent as you, they are developed to a level. Suppose they are 200 years behind you in terms of their technological growth, you will never know about them.
Yes.
They will suppose they are going to take another 1,000 years to communicate with you. You will never know about them. It doesn't mean that they are not there. I am very sure about they are there.
Next time someone asks me, I am going to say yes.
Yeah, you must say yes.
Yes.
Because that is a first requirement for you to search for it.
Yes.
If you believe there is nobody else, you will be very complacent.
Makes sense.
It is because Amerigo Vespucci or Magellan or Columbus know that there are lands that you should explore and find out. They went out and found out America, no? If they believe that there is no land, they will be happy being in England and Europe, no?
Unless someone from the other side comes in.
So let us believe, let us at least consider that there could be planets like Earth, and there are definitely, that we know today by our observation. And many of them have potential to remain, maybe much more habitable than this. Maybe life is thriving, but you also realize that the signals go at the speed of light. And the closest planet to Earth is at a distance which is much longer than our life term. If a signal you send here, it reaches there after you are born.
Many light years.
Many light years.
If you have to give any advice or any tip, or like, if someone wants to pursue this field, I know it's a difficult one. क्या बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल होगा?
Absolutely, it's not difficult at all. I think tell you a very secret.
Okay.
Space technology is not at all a difficult technology. If you believe that space technology is a very difficult technology, I am lying. Okay. But it has its own, like any other domain, it has its own intricacies.
Okay.
Once you are into it, you know it. So I can tell you only, for anybody who wants to get into space, come with a passion. Don't take it as a job. If you take it as a job that I will spend some 5 years here and jump and then go into some other domain and do something else, you are mistaken. You will become nobody.
Yeah.
See, it requires years of hard work to become an expert in some domain. Each one of us are reasonably high level of expertise in domains which you cannot tell. It took 10, 20 years to become somebody who can stand up and speak about it.
I can only imagine starting in 1985 and
it takes time. Because the deeper the understanding, the more correct that you are able to do. And it's a collection of such people that makes it happen. Novices cannot do this. Of course, novices can do it, but they will face their misery later.
Passion is required. Skills will follow.
Skills will follow. And see, all those people who are working in ISRO came from ordinary background. They are from the second-tier institutions, engineering colleges, diplomas, and technicians who came from such institutions are the collection of ISRO. But they are able to do great work. It is because through our connection, through our working together, all of them have elevated themselves through their knowledge, their skill, and they are able to do it. And individually, they are very weak people. No, individually they cannot do beyond a point.
Collective forces.
But it is true. A gap of mine will be filled by somebody else.
Yes.
And this is and we as manager, as leaders, we find out where are the gaps, where are the weaknesses. We put people who will fill up that. So through the connecting the chain appropriately, not to make any weak links, we get things done.
So it was great talking to you. I mean, thanks a lot for your time. I know we had a long session and मेरा मन कर रहा है कि मैं बातें और करता रहूं.
करते रहेंगे.
But I think some other time when we have the Aditya L1 reaching the point, or maybe when the Gaganyaan is all successful. So great meeting you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for all the insightful information. I'm sure all the viewers, they'll have something or the other as a takeaway from this video. Be it passion, be it something else, but the magic stays. चलिए शुरू करते हैं.
चलिए शुरू करते हैं.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So guys, there you have it. I mean, what an amazing conversation. हमने कितनी सारी बातें करी हैं. And I mean, it's such an insightful episode. I'm sure आप सभी को बहुत मजा आया होगा, जहाँ पे we heard directly from S. Somanath sir about ISRO, about what are things going on, आगे future में क्या होने वाला है. And let me tell you, it is just the beginning. Because हर हफ्ते मैं कुछ ना कुछ नया लेके आता हूँ आपके लिए. And in the next episode, I'll have some more even amazing stuff about technology coming straight your way. But अभी के लिए इस एपिसोड को हम यहीं पे खत्म करते हैं. But I'm sure हर रोज हम जितना टेक को पसंद करते हैं उतना हमारा इंटरेस्ट डेवलप होता है. Next week we'll again meet once again to learn something new from the field of tech in your favorite show, Tech with TG. Guys, that's it for this episode. Have a good day.